Hello guys, welcome back again. And this was one of those things you forget about after time. Tekken X Street Fighter. Now Street Fighter X Tekken did not meet the expectations Capcom had for it. I didn't like the style of the game, to be honest with you. And so it just was assumed for the longest time Street Fighter X Tekken was dead, buried, gone, That game was announced in 2010. We really haven't heard much about it for a long time. The only person who's ever said anything is the person, of course, who makes Tekken, Harada, who has basically now provided an update to it saying that, now this is a translation, of course, that Tekken X Street Fighter is in the pretty far stages in its development, meaning they're pretty far along with, obviously. Again, it's been nearly a year since the last time he's reassured anybody that the game's still happening. Now, obviously, some of this got watered down to the fact that, listen, Street Fighter V's coming. He's working on Tekken 7. They're both in production. They're both going to be out in the near future. So clearly, Tekken X Street Fighter is kind of like on the back burner. I mean, it's being worked on, but clearly these games are going to come out before this game comes out. And in his case, they clearly want these to come out to reset the franchises, to fighting franchises, to bring some distance between the last crossover between the games, so he can bring out his version. And hopefully his version appeals to more people than the last one. I just didn't like the art style of the first one, to be honest with you. But he said, it might seem like we haven't started on it at all, but the character line has been decided upon since a very long time ago. Adding that character models, moves, and gameplay systems appear to be set already. And he mentions timing has become a factor with this game. Being that, this series was teased in 2010, but, since both, again, Street Fighter V and Tekken 7 are in production, he believes fans of these franchises are preparing for the new games and are not interested in a crossover right now, at least peak interest. And I would agree with him. I think if both these games come out, again, I enjoyed Tekken 6 and I enjoyed Street Fighter 4. Granted, we got, 4 iterations of Street Fighter 4? Street Fighter 4, Super Street Fighter 4, Street Fighter 4, Super Street Fighter 4 Arcade Edition, and of course, the last one was Ultimate, I believe, right? We had 4 versions of Street Fighter 4, only Tekken 1, Tekken 6. So, I believe fans will want that. He goes, he also said, I can't really say we're aiming to surprise fans right now, but we've been playing around with many different ideals. No indication of what characters will be appearing. Obviously, he's not going to tell that now. Aside from Tekken 7, this guy's also working with the Pokemon Company to develop a Pokemon Tournament, which of course is the Tekken-style 3D Pokemon fighting arcade game, which of course just recently is getting released. So he's got a lot on his plate, and I think really, truthfully, I think it's the right thing to do right now. Let Street Fighter V come out. Let Tekken 7 come out. Let the fans digest those games and, completely move on to the next generation. I really hope when his does get released or comes out, it really gives fans what they wanted. Because I really felt the problem with Street Fighter X Tekken was in some ways it favored the Street Fighter characters, and I think a more balanced game would have helped. But again, the art style just didn't appeal to me to that game. So hopefully, whenever the time is right, it comes out. Again, we're probably looking at Street Fighter and Street Fighter V and Tekken 7 are coming out. Then you would imagine this won't come out till the earliest a year after both those games come out. Maybe, probably 2 years. But again, it's in production, so it makes you wonder, what are they shooting for? Again, it had to at least be, the earliest it had to be a year after those 2 games come out, though I'd more shoot for 2 years, but hey, you never know. We're still a little ways away for those coming up. What do you think of this update about Tekken X Street Fighter? Are you still excited for this game if you're a Street Fighter and Tekken fan? I hope, it's funny because the last one, I had very high expectations for it. Cool, a crossover. Maybe we'll get other fighting game crossovers going on, but it just didn't seem to live up to what everybody had hoped it was going to be. Anyway, love to hear your guys' opinions like this on always, and I'll make another video soon, guys. Later.